sunrise just popping over through the trees over there.
I don't wanna come on too strong. I'm always worried I'll stay too long. But what's on your mind tonight? I love it when we can laugh together. That kind of thing, it just makes me feel better. I'm gonna give this just one try. But what if I told you you took my breath away? And what if I told you I wish that I could stay?
Well, I had such a nice time here. Kind of hate to leave, but the road awaits. There's nothing left for me here, so I guess we're on our way. See where we get today. It's a beautiful morning. A little bit cool, but it'll be perfect for walking. Honestly, it feels really good to get moving again in this beautiful scenery. It's fantastic. You know, my other main goal that I didn't mention earlier for this trip is to, trying to think of the word in English, to discard some remaining old heartache stuff. I woke up with that again this morning, and I'm curious to see how many days of this it'll take. I'm confident it'll work. And honestly, other than just an adventure, I think that's probably my real biggest reason for coming on the Camino. Everybody's got a different one. Probably there's some you discover along the way. Oh, and the Jeep owners, they have a good story. He was actually a pilgrim passing through and he met her and he came back and he's still there. So that worked out great. They're a pretty cool couple. But for now, yeah, it's gorgeous. Beautiful, clear, quiet morning. There's ice. The colors here. We have a nice little spring here with its own legend, how it came to be, a gift from nature, here at the top of a small hill. Lovely. What if it was like this for a long way? That'd be nice. You know, once it warms up, I could absolutely bivouac in a spot like this, just walking in 100 feet, tie my hammock to a tree. That'd be peaceful, that'd be nice. I think I already mentioned what an enjoyable conversation I had last night with the other people staying at the Gate and the Gate owners. And I was thinking about that as I'm walking today, because that's what you do while you walk alone, which I love, by the way. And I was thinking, like, what made it such a good conversation? And I think a lot of it comes down to part of our conversation. Actually last night, I was talking about how, you know, I met people walking earlier in the day and everyone's friendly and cool, and some of the locals would stop and give me suggestions, like, for which way to go and things I was coming up on and stuff, and that's great. And I love that people are nice and open. But it seems like those conversations tend to be more surface, but just more basic, like where are you from, etc. And I really like depth. I really like to connect with people. I've actually been doing a lot of research on connection. I've got a book, probably 95% finished on that, the connection equation, which I'm really excited about. I think it's fun and useful, interesting. And one of the main ways you develop that deep, rich connection is, I'll put it in 3 steps. The first one is to ask questions, like be curious, be interested, like want to know other people. And then the second thing is to not just ask the surface questions. Where are you from? What do you do? What's your favorite color? What's the capital of Assyria, etc. But ask deeper, more personal questions, like what makes somebody tick? What are their dreams? What are their trials? What are the life lessons have they learned? Don't you think that gets so much more interesting there? And people are valuable. Like they all got their own experiences and thoughts and preferences, and it makes people endlessly interesting. Like even them, even us, nobody has gotten completely to the most elemental base of what they're made of. Like there's so much more to explore, isn't there? And how do you feel when somebody shows interest in you to that level? And that it's not just about, oh, it's all about me. And I think social media kind of has trained us that way. Like all you can do there is post what you've done and what you think. But this morning, as I said goodbye to the other 3 who left earlier, like one of them mentioned that, like what a great conversation that was. And I was like, I totally agree. And so this morning I was remembering other times I've traveled, like my friends from Reno who I met down on the Arizona Strip. And we had this great conversation, and they're awesome people, like lively and funny and smart and some good stories. And it seems pretty typical for me to have great conversations with people, but I often get this comment, or this impression at least, based on the way people say things, that it's not as common out there. Like my Reno friends, they mentioned they hadn't had that good of a conversation for a long time. And I think that's unfortunate, but it's also an opportunity, because anybody who learns to show a genuine interest in other people and have some interesting thoughts of your own, by all means, you will acquire those if you don't have them yet. And it just makes for pleasant connections with people, and people value your company that much more. So I think that's mostly my rant for now, except for this. I was thinking about that and how much I love talking with people like that, but I'm here traveling alone, which I often do. I mean, I used to travel for work a lot, so I would tack on grand adventures like paddling through the Everglades and walking the Appalachian Trail as long as I was there. And it's great to go along and meet people, but wouldn't it be nice to also have some more permanent companions? I mean, I've got my friends and stuff, go and visit, and we have adventures sometimes, and that's good, but random thoughts of the day, I probably won't even post this anywhere. But if I do, great, thanks for listening. Every once in a while, I look up, look around, and think, wow, look where I am. This is so cool. Do you remember back in the 80s when they would play the rock music backwards and you'd hear all these creepy messages which supposedly revealed what the subconscious mind really intended to say? Well, as I was editing this video, check out what you hear when I play backwards the part where I say, so cool. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I'm concerned about my cart. I'm going to need to bend that axle out again. It's touching the bag a little bit. I'm going to have to replace that. This is not going to totally work. See how easy that was actually today. Concerning.
White sand under blue skies. Are you with me? Said, are you with me? Shake hands with the sunrise. Are you with me? Said, are you with me? White sand under blue skies. Are you with me? Said, are you with me? Shake hands with the sun.
The axle is totally buggered.
Are you with me? Said, are you with me? Storm will run all night till we're somewhere warm. Let the rain pour. We'll run all night till we're somewhere warm.
I had a half-inch axle. I was not worried about that at all. We have a new contestant for the prettiest place yet. That did not last long. Check out this.
I could pretend the sun shines when I ask it to.
And if that's not enough, check it out. The blossoms are blooming.
I could pretend that the waves roll
There's also
like you. And I could pretend, but that's just not the truth. That's just not the truth.
Entre les douzaines de personnes qui ont découvert
Is it a
mon...
vlog?
Oui,
Video vlog?
plus ou moins, ouais.
Vlog. And you do one a day?
No, I thought of doing that, but
It's a lot of work.
yeah, it kind of takes time, and my
Yes.
little computer, little
Yeah.
screen is a little bit
You
harder
bring your computer with you.
because I need to
edit.
download all my video, because otherwise I have to buy 30 different.
So you're making one video of the whole book?
Over just to see my ocean view. And I could pretend, but that's just not the truth. That's just not the truth.
You book?
Yeah,
You bet not.
I designed it and you know.
You're an inventor. You're
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children the last
So you understand your audience and what they care about.
Oh yeah.
You phrase things, because most disagreements, like political disagreements,
Yeah.
are not so different as people think.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean the policy, the physical action is completely different.
Yeah.
But the reason why they want that is more similar than you might think.
Yeah.
Because people, like, they all want justice. That is one of the most.
You walk on this side because I think that side is about
Thanks, good idea. I hadn't thought about this problem when I built this.
this comes in the way of their pleasure. So I think they also
Right,
prioritize their own.
that's true. That's probably the most difficult thing to overcome, selfishness.
Yeah.
And
vous trouvez des sponsors aussi, on est preneurs.
Set the scene on a broken man, and kerosene and a little lamp, and just enough light to make out a figure. She got the thunder under her command, she got the lightning in the palm of her hand, and enough for the sun we can make it through the winter.
I don't know why the pilgrims had to take the hard way, why they just couldn't go on the nice paved road. I mean, maybe we should all be like flagellating ourselves as we go too. I don't know, but it is pretty.
I keep the fear in the back of my head.
Oh, it's not drinkable. Okay, never mind.
And I can take all the memories, and I can blow them to smithereens, but the ashes would fall and they'd recollect a figure. And I can feel her breathing now, and I'm inside my head and
That day 2, it's 8:14, and we've done almost 27 kilometers today. And Amelie here has done almost 27 kilometers today.
Yes.
And because we both started from Montbonnet, just different places. And we have less than a kilometer left. I guess these are famous because everyone posts them on their YouTube. And there's Saugues right down there. But nobody else on YouTube posts it at sunset. So I think we win. Woo! Or maybe they do, because it's been a long day.
Let me tell you about a girl I know. She traveled round for a year or so. She saw things, felt things, heard things from people who didn't know how to sing. Oh, they scream from the top of their lungs, shouting out, they wanna know I love someone. People are dying, politics lying, people directing the show. Storms are raging, earthquakes are shaking, everyone's fading out.